Good evening and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our London studio. I'm Chris Taylor. We begin with Pakistan's growing diplomatic role amid rising tensions between the United States and Iran. According to reports, Islamabad, alongside Turkey and Egypt, has played a crucial role in back-channel efforts that help secure a temporary pause in planned U.S. strikes on Iran's energy infrastructure. Officials describe Pakistan as a regional stabilizer, facilitating indirect communication between Washington and Tehran while maintaining close coordination with both sides. Senior leadership, including the Prime Minister and top diplomats, have been actively engaged, and Islamabad is now being considered as a potential venue for future talks. However, the pause remains limited, and the broader regional conflict continues. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump says progress is being made in talks with Iran, revealing that around 15 key points are currently under discussion. Speaking to reporters in West Palm Beach, Trump said the top priority is securing Iran's commitment to not developing nuclear weapons, an assurance Tehran has previously stated. In an interview with CNN, he described the discussions as perfect and expressed optimism about a possible breakthrough. He added that successful follow-through on both sides could significantly reduce tensions, though no formal agreement has yet been announced. In Iraq, the situation has taken a deadly turn. The death toll from a U.S. airstrike on a popular mobilization forces base in Anbar province has risen to 14. The strike targeted the group's operations command headquarters and is believed to have been aimed at senior leadership. Reports indicate that PMF head Saad Dawai is among those killed. The popular mobilization forces have played a major role in regional conflicts, and this latest attack is expected to further escalate tensions across the Middle East. For more on Pakistan's diplomatic efforts and the wider regional situation, we turn to our Islamabad correspondent, Sarah William.
Thank you, Chris. Here in Islamabad, officials say Pakistan's role as a mediator is becoming increasingly significant as tensions continue to rise in the Middle East. Diplomatic sources indicate that Pakistan has been actively facilitating indirect communication between the United States and Iran, helping to ease immediate threats of escalation. There is also growing discussion about hosting high-level talks in Islamabad, though no formal arrangements have been confirmed. Despite these efforts, uncertainty remains due to deep-rooted mistrust between the parties involved. Still, Pakistan's leadership is presenting itself as committed to promoting dialogue and regional stability.
Thank you, Sarah, for that insight. Turning now to Iran, where media reports indicate fresh strikes on the country's energy infrastructure. According to local sources, Israeli and U.S.-linked attacks have targeted gas facilities and a pipeline in central and southwestern regions. In Isfahan, a gas administration building and a pressure regulation station sustained partial damage. Another strike reportedly hit a pipeline connected to the Khorramshahr power plant near the Iraq border. Officials confirmed that a projectile landed near the facility, though the full extent of the damage remains unclear. These developments come just hours after earlier indications that Washington had stepped back from threats to target Iran's power infrastructure. In response to the growing energy crisis, Japan has announced emergency measures to stabilize oil supplies. Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi confirmed that Tokyo will begin tapping jointly held oil reserves with producing nations by the end of March. Reports indicate that Japan has already started releasing private reserves and will begin using national stockpiles from March 26. The move is part of a coordinated effort led by the International Energy Agency, with Japan contributing nearly 80 million barrels. Officials say the aim is to stabilize global markets as Middle East tensions continue to disrupt energy supplies. Elsewhere, regional instability continues to deepen. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has held talks with his Egyptian counterpart, discussing the wider consequences of U.S. and Israeli actions while reaffirming Iran's stance on self-defense. At the same time, internet monitoring group NetBlocks reports that Iran's nationwide internet blackout has now entered its 25th day, exceeding 576 hours. In another development, Bahrain has accused Iran of aggression following a fire at a facility, which authorities say has now been brought under control. These incidents underscore the growing volatility across the region. And finally, the impact of the crisis is being felt in global aviation. Hong Kong-based airline Cathay Pacific has extended flight suspensions to Dubai and Riyadh until May 31st due to ongoing Middle East tensions. All flights to and from both cities have been canceled, with affected passengers being offered alternative arrangements. The airline says it is closely monitoring the situation and will will remain flexible in adjusting operations. The move reflects increasing disruption to international air travel as the regional security situation remains uncertain. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.